8:35. Good morning. It's Thursday. It is August 4th. I can't believe it is August already. In studio guest, good morning to Siân Durham from Henry Mayo. Good morning. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me this morning.
Well, we're so excited that you're here. We have so much to talk about. Aside from that fantastic dialect you have, where are you from, Siân, originally?
I'm from Chester, which is a Roman city in the northwest of England. Absolutely stunning city.
And now you're in Santa Clarita.
I am.
And now you stick out like a sore thumb in a very good way.
Oh, thank you so much. That's very kind.
Siân, see, just how you say thank you, that's so kind. People would normally say, yeah, that's great. Siân, you are from Henry Mayo, and you're here to talk about something very special, the new primary care office that's opening this month. So where do you want to begin with all this information? I'm sure there's so much information we could talk about.
There is. We're really excited at Henry Mayo to be able to bring another primary care practice into the Santa Clarita Valley. Primary care is one of the most important aspects of healthcare. Primary care doctors are the keeper of all your health information. They do preventative care, and they act almost as a gatekeeper for your health care. But there's a shortage of primary care physicians.
There is. I've experienced it myself.
In the whole of the country, but also here in Santa Clarita. It's so difficult to get an appointment with your primary care practitioner, and same-day appointments are almost a thing of the past. And so patients end up going to urgent cares,
Yes.
the emergency department,
Yep.
for things that don't really belong there. And that in turn ends up to long waiting times in the ED. You know, a lot of different types of patients are impacted, leads to patient frustration, dissatisfaction, and fragmented care. So we've seen...
Again, she's so polite and so kind. Patient frustration. Let me tell you, Siân, if I've been in the ER for 8 hours, I left frustration 6 hours ago, right? But you're so kind. You're picking your words so lovely. But it is frustrating because, but we have nowhere else to turn. If we don't have access to a primary care physician and we need some help, you either go to an urgent care or you go to the ER if you think it's worthy, and
That's right.
that's where the problem lies. So now we have another choice.
That's right. And Henry Mayo is delighted to be able to offer this other choice to the community of Santa Clarita.
And when exactly does this happen?
This happens we open on the 15th of August, and we're going to be open from 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. We are starting with one doctor, which I'll talk about in a little while.
Okay.
But we're hoping to expand to 2 doctors and expand our opening hours at that point.
Is the ribbon cutting on the 15th? Do we have a ribbon cutting?
Just a small ceremony, internal to start off with, because we're actually going to move from one location, which we're starting in, to a bigger location, and that's when we'll have the big ribbon cutting
With the
ceremony.
big scissors?
With the big scissors. I hope so, yes.
I love the big scissors.
That's right.
Where are you starting out? Where's the location, the just for now, the temporary?
The temporary location is going to be in the Ambulatory Care Centre, or the Outpatient Surgery Centre, which is the white building on the right-hand side of the Henry Mayo campus.
Okay.
And we're in Suite 220, and we're really excited, as I say, to be able to bring this to the community.
And we're starting with one doctor.
We are.
Are you allowed to say the doctor's name? Are we allowed to do that yet?
We are.
Okay.
Yes, he's on site, on campus at the moment, going through all of his training and orientation, and we're delighted to welcome Dr. Anirudh Rai to Henry Mayo family. He was born in Delhi in India, but immigrated to the US very young in life and grew up in the San Fernando Valley. So he's practically a US and Southern California native.
I was going to say, he's been here so long.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
And he attended CSUN, where he obtained a Bachelor of Arts in Science. And then he decided to spread his wings a little. And he completed his medical training in St. George's University School of Medicine on the beautiful Caribbean island of Grenada.
Fantastic.
And
now we have him.
Now we have him, but there's more about Dr. Rai.
Ooh, do tell.
He remembers his medical student days on the island as just working very hard, but the beautiful environment, of course, helped offset some of that hard work, making it a lot easier. He is board certified in family medicine, and he completed his 3-year residency in Eureka, Northern California. And that was obviously quite some difference, especially in the weather, from the Caribbean going to Northern California.
Just a little bit.
And he describes this experience as challenging medically and logistically, as there were few medical resources locally. So as a family practice resident, he saw a lot of conditions and injuries that primary care practitioners don't usually see.
Right.
So he had an excellent experience in his residency. He's able to speak Hindi and has a functional understanding of Spanish as well. And he is proficient in the use of ultrasound in the office and can perform minor procedures in the office, such as joint aspirations, which is removing fluid that builds up in joints.
Okay.
He does joint injections for pain.
Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah, I mean that's a really common thing that people need.
It is super common, right?
Yeah, a lot of people need steroid injections into different joints to help relieve with pain from arthritis and things like that. He can also do what we call incision and drainage. So that's of things like abscesses and boils and nastiness like that people get on their skin.
I don't think I've said boil in forever. I don't think I've ever. I'm gonna go as far as saying I don't think I've ever said boil on the air. And now I've said it 3 times. Boil.
There's always a first.
There's a first, and it was today. Sean, this sounds so lovely, and we're starting to run out of some time. Is there a website other than just Henry Mayo for this specific primary care office? Because I'm telling you, once the word gets out that this exists, that door is going to be. I hope there's a revolver on it so it can revolve, because you are going to get so many new patients at the primary care office. How do we find out more about that?
Okay, the website is going live next Thursday.
Okay.
And it would be www.primarycare Henry. Oh gosh, now you've flummoxed me.
Well, because I said boil too much. Is that
you
why?
did,
I
yes.
said boil too much. My fault.
Let me just tell you our phone number.
That's good.
661 200 1710, and we'll be opening the phone lines again next Thursday at 9 to 5, so that's a week from today.
And I'm sure
and
if we
the website is primarycare@henrymayo.com.
There it is, primary care.
henrymayo.com.
Perfect. And I'm sure if we just Google primary care
It's actually
at Henry Mayo.
It's actually on the homepage of the Henry Mayo website, and it will be going live next Thursday.
And there's probably a link.
There is a link.
There's a link, so we're set. We're good.
Yes.
No worries. No worries. Sean, it was absolutely lovely having you in the studio and being a part of the Hometown Morning Show with Tori and Kyle. We are so fortunate to have you bring us such great news, because this is very, very, very much needed, like 10 varies needed in our area. Like you said, we have urgent care, we have emergency rooms, but that's not necessarily, they're being misused because we're running out of resources. And now you're bringing that resource to us in the form of a primary care office. And so thank you very much. Welcome the new doctor for us. Maybe he can join us. He's going to be too busy to come in and talk to us, but welcome him to the facility for us. And thank you for coming in.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
Do you suffer from